Christ Family Assembly Word Communication Ministries, wocom. Number 1 Faith Drive, off Kudati Avenue, Onireke, GRA, Ibadan. Dates Sundays at 8 a.m. and Thursdays between 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. for an interactive session of digging deep into the Word of God, where you have the opportunity to ask questions. Dress code as you are.
There is something called hell, and Jesus says it's something to fear. That's something you must never allow to happen to you. And I can understand. If you are sick, God can heal you. If you are oppressed, God can deliver you. If you are poor, God can make you rich. If you are hated, God can turn it to favor. But if you go to hell, God is helpless. That is sealed forever. And Father Abraham said in that story, when the man was negotiating for his brothers who are still on earth, send somebody from the dead. He said, oh, sorry. No, he said, send Lazarus to come and just put a drop of water. You can imagine the level of torment that will make a man to request just for one drop of water. Abraham says, sorry, there is a gulf created. There is something that separates between those who are here where I am and those who are where you are. Anyone who comes to this end, his destiny, his lot is sealed. There can be no crossing over. In the story this morning, God gave us the story of two people. One very rich and who lived sumptuously. He could eat anything he wanted to eat. Sumptuous food. He could afford any car. He had the top cars all packed in his house. His house was a mansion that was unimaginable. He lived in absolute luxury. He could afford anything money could buy. He flaunted himself. He had access to every woman his heart desired. Everything of pleasure. Holiday anywhere in the world, anytime he wanted. He didn't have to go to work anymore. He could wake up early in the morning on Monday and go to play golf. That was how he lived all his life. And there was this other man. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. To feed, he had to beg. To just pick the food crumbs that mistakenly dropped while the big man was eating. Even this, he was not given free access. Look at how wide the gap was. Ladies and gentlemen, there was one common denominator. The rich man died. Lazarus also died. You must never forget. You must never forget. You will die one day. Every man will die. We came into the world the same. We are going to leave the world the same. You came into the world with nothing physical, material. You only came with potentials. And you will die with and go from the world with nothing. And that should teach us many things.
Spot the Christ Family Assembly Word Communication Ministries, wocom. Number 1 Faith Drive, off Kudati Avenue, Onireke, GRA, Ibadan. Dates Sundays at 8 a.m. and Thursdays between 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. for an interactive session of digging deep into the Word of God, where you have the opportunity to ask questions. Dress code as you are.